Oh, right. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Instagram. Let me make sure that we're not on mute here. A couple times I've started these live streams and I noticed we're on mute. So why would we do that? Why would we start? And just why would you call me right whenever we're going live? Like, why would we do that? It always happens. Actually, the power just went out over here and we just got it back on right on time. It's because they knew we were going live talking about our Monday mindset. So, hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me make sure that the mic's adjusted. Let me make sure YouTube, you are live over here. You hear me? All right, perfect. Instagram, how we doing on this wonderful Monday? Sydney, Britt, how we doing? I know a lot of you, we're just click the button because you just click the button on the top. What's going on? So but today we are talking about a specific topic, especially if you saw the headline come up, is the fact that I got a bunch of messages over the weekend and it said, Nick, I can't wait to get started. I love this video. I love this video. Oh my God, I got to do this exercise. And when I asked, I said, well, are you getting yourself started now? I said, well, I'm going to start on this on January 1st. January 1st. January 1st. Why? I don't have my watch on, but I'm pretty sure it's the 9th of December. What the hell we wait until January 1st for? And to be honest, if that is you, let me know in the chat. I've been that person, right? I'm always procrastinating, pushing everything off to January 1st. And I was reading the message. I said, January 1st? We still got like 20 some days till the end of January. Why the hell? Why not? Why start now? Why the hell not start now? Exactly. Punisher, see, we're already there. So I said, why the hell are you waiting to January 1st? Because I had some harsh reality. We've been waiting for January 1st for the last 40 years, right? Like, we're always waiting for January 1st. But the thing is we always wait to a particular day to start our journey, our health journey. This could be a health journey. This could be stopping smoking. This could be finding a new job, whatever it is. We always wait for like January 1st, thinking that January 1st is even promised to us. Let's just start there, right? Let's just get into that mindset, right? Or I'm going to wait for January 1st, three months or 3 weeks out into the future. Okay, when we don't even know if tomorrow's promised for us. Yesterday was just a thought that we had, and then the future is and tomorrow is just an idea that we think we're going to have, right? The only thing we got is today. So let's break that down, right? If today's all we got, let's go ahead and make a stat for you, because we know, and everybody's done it, is that 85% of all your New Year's resolutions fail, right? We already know that. And the reason is because a lot of times, and this is the mindset that always pisses me off, it's the all or nothing. Well, I'm gonna wait till January 1st to really like kick ass. This is gonna be my year. Okay, well, what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go. Well, I'm gonna start drinking a whole bunch of water. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna go ahead and exercise. I'm gonna do yoga. I'm gonna show up to Nick's Pilates classes. I'm gonna do all these things, and you haven't done shit for the last 6 months, but you're going to do all of that on January 1st. What ends up happening? We know what ends up happening because it happens every other year we try to do this, right? We get overwhelmed, we get burned out, and by mid-January, we're like, fuck this, let's go back. Why? Because it's comfortable. And the thing is a lot of times in this message, and it wasn't just one message I got over the weekend, it was like 5 or 6 DMs, right? Like, we act like as if January 1st is even right. We get, Jenny, we get deep on these mindset streams. We try to get in there, but it's like when we think about like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start January 1st. We also have to reverse that and be like, damn. So we only do things that are hard whenever it's conditional for us. We only do things whenever it's hard, whenever the conditions are right, whenever the day's right. Like January 1st is a magical day. Like, we got to make sure that the water is parted, the sun is shining, and then I'll start doing things for myself. The thing is people, we all, and this is coming from me, right? A lot of you guys don't know my story. You just hear me talking about this stuff, acting like I got it all figured out. I was I lived in a poor income house, right? We lived in poor income house. Most of my neighbors, if not the people closest around me, were addicted to drugs, on drugs, and are dead right now, right? Just to kind of get you some clarity. I've seen a lot of shit, and that was where I was going until I realized, like, oh my God, there's a lot of things that we have to do. It's a mindset. But When we think about January 1st, we think, I got to start to do something. I got to better my life. I was telling myself for over 10 years, I have to better myself. I have to get myself out of this place. I have to get myself out of Verona. I have to get myself out of this position to actually grow. But I kept pushing it off, right? Kept pushing off. My health and fitness dirty. My back hurts, man. All right, but I'm going to still go to the gym and do the same things over and over again. What sense does that make? It wasn't until you actually said no, because we're waiting for the conditions to be right. And the thing is let's be real. We all know that the conditions are never right. There's never the perfect time. The thing is whenever you start to realize that you have to just, you don't, you have to make the simple changes. The simple changes is action, right? If we don't take action, we stay to the same place we're at. I don't know if you saw my little quote that I came up with earlier today, was that if you don't change, you choose. And I got a bunch of messages from that. People were like, Nick, what the hell does that even mean? If you don't change your situation, you choose to live in that situation, right? If you want to lose 15 pounds, but you're not actually doing 8,000 steps a day, you choose that, right? Like you're choosing that because you're choosing to stay stuck in the same position. What you don't change, you choose, right? If you don't change, oh, I got to get the hell out of this job. I hate this job. This job sucks. Oh my God. If you don't change your job, you choose to stay at that job, right? Like think about this. Like if you don't change the fact that you're not prioritizing your health, well, guess what? You're choosing to stay stuck in that same position. If we're changing, oh, I'm going to change on January 1st. No, we're choosing right now to stay stuck in that position until, and then January 1st is some magical day, everything's going to come together. No, it doesn't happen that way. And that's why all of our New Year's resolutions fail. And that's why I'm such an advocate of like really starting structure right now, today. Because what do I always say? It's either day one or one day. Damn, I wasn't ready for these truth bombs. Shit, you know what it is on Monday mindset. I gotta save this one. We get fired up. But I also wanted to make this a good one because a lot of times I was getting a lot of messages and I was like surprised. I was like, I'm starting to see a trend here. So I wanted to make sure that we nip this in the butt a little bit here. Is that like if you don't change your mindset now, what are we doing? We're setting ourselves up for failure later, right? So we go ahead and we're like, yeah, man, it's December 8th or 9th. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change everything on New Year's. I'm going to be a new year, new me. I'm going to lose 25 pounds. I'm going to do this, that, and the third. And when we realize it, we're taking massive action on one day rather than taking the small steps throughout the month that we could have taken so that when we hit that January 1st, that magical day, we actually have some momentum. If you're starting this health journey, this day one with no momentum, you're gonna fizzle the fuck out, right? Like, let's be real. And honestly, that's why I like to say, what is that one thing that we need to focus on? And we being, you know, individuals, right? Everybody has their own vices, everybody has their own goals and expectations. But what I want you to think of is for the new year, going into this new year, it's new year, new goals. Don't think of all the other stuff that you didn't do in 2024. Think of like new year, new goals. Okay, what did I learn from not maybe reaching the goals? What did I learn from actually reaching my goals? What can I have done better? What can I actually continue to do? And let's start to build new year, new goals, right? And the thing is if we have that mindset, we're going to do whatever it takes to get ourselves to that position, right? And this was an analogy that I read the other day was we always wait till something is wrong, right? We wait till we get a headache to take the Tylenol. We wait till we have an injury to go to the doctors. We wait till we have a cold to take cold medicine. And we do the same thing with our fitness journey on January 1st. I didn't even think about it. We wait to January 1st to start focusing on ourselves. That's like waiting to go to the bathroom whenever there's a line. Why the hell would you do that? Wait, you got to go piss, but you're going to go ahead and wait. Hold on. Let me wait till there's a line of 20 people. And then I'll stay in here and I'll wait. Right? And that's the same thing we're doing with January 1st. That's the busiest day for some reason that everybody wants to go ahead and go to the gym and do this. And so we're going to wait till the busiest day to go focus on our health. And we don't even realize that we're the same person who's waiting in line to take the pee. So you're going to go to a concert, you're going to go to a hockey game, you're going to go to a football game, and instead of leaving a little bit early, you're going to wait till everybody's there, right? Because that makes sense, right? No, it doesn't. And that's the thing. That's what happens when we put that mindset. I'm getting all fired up now. Is that that's the same mindset we do when we wait and we push everything to January 1st. Because again, that's what's been keeping us stuck in the first time. We're not taking the action to do the things, right? We go ahead and we're waiting for conditions to be right. Well, guess what? I'm letting you know now that January 1st isn't the right condition because that's what's been keeping you stuck this whole time. You've had 40, 50 years of January 1st, and how many of them actually done something? I can't really shit on um, January 1st because it did allow me to quit smoking. It was a day that I said, you know what, I'm going to quit smoking when I was in my mid 20s, and I didn't, right? Like, and I really used that as my stopping point. But I'll tell you what, January or December 30th, December 31st, I was smoking like a damn chimney, right? Because I knew it was going to be the end of it. I was just like, oh, I'm going to go buy a pack of cigarettes. But that's what we do. We just wait until it's all done and then we go crazy. We go overwhelmed. We go all or nothing. And then we're like, oh, shit. Now what? But that's why starting now is so important, right? Starting now is so important because you're not giving yourself the time that you actually need to see what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, what you're good at. You're just throwing yourself into the deep end, cannonball. Let me go cannonball right into the hey, and then you realize, oh shit, I don't even know how to swim. And then now what? Now you're looking for a lifeguard, right? Now you're doggy paddling. You're doggy paddling for, 5, 6 months. And then you realize, shit, I should have got a coach maybe in the beginning of the year. Maybe if I would just do, like, for instance, like, why wait to January 1st to get yourself up whenever you could literally get up today after this live stream, wait till after the live stream, wait till I give you some motivation and do a 10-minute walk, right? If you do a 10-minute walk every single day to January 1st, and you come back and message me and go, you know what, Nick, this is so much easier. Like, I'm so glad I started doing this because then now you're going to stick with it because now it's sustainable because you've already done it. But if you're going to wait to January 1st, you're like, oh my God, I got to do this. I got to do that. Wait, I don't even have a gym. I don't have a gym membership. I don't have equipment. I don't have this. Oh my God. And then you start talking yourself out of it. We never get anything done. Right. And so that's why I encourage you is to start small. Start small and start today. Right. Because what do I always say? It's either day one or one day you get to decide. Right. And Jenny, I know if you're still in here, remember what we were talking about beforehand. January 1st isn't promised. All we have is today. Well, I got tomorrow. No, you don't. That's just an imaginary thing. Well, what about yesterday? That already happened. All you have is right now. Think about that. All you really have is right now. When you wake up, you don't even know. We don't even know where the hell we go, right? I know we're getting a little metaphysical here, but let's be real, this is what you also got to think of. Because when you're talking about somebody who's been I pushed off my education. I never graduated high school. I pushed off my education. I was kicked out of high school when I was 14 years old, right? 14 years old. They kicked me out of high school. All the way until I was 24, I never had a damn education. Actually, I was like 23. It wasn't until I was 23 and I pushed it off. Oh, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need to do this. What the hell do I need? But then when I got hurt and I was working at a restaurant doing mundane jobs, not being able to pay my bills, working 15, 16 hours and barely being able to survive, I realized I need a fucking education. I need to get out of this. And then I got hurt. And then I realized, oh my gosh, why did I wait so long to do this? And then put myself through college in my mid 20s, studying while everybody out was enjoying, having kids, doing whatever the hell they were doing. I wouldn't say I wasted, but I spent 24 to 29 in college when I could have done that earlier, right? But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have taken it back for anything, right? Because I learned so much in that time. Now, again, you might be saying the same thing. Well, I learned so much. Well, then if you learn so much, utilize that for whenever you do take the action and start. I think a lot of times we look at our failures as like, I can't do that. But we got to look at our failures as like what they always say, what's first attempt in learning, right? First attempt in learning. Failure is your first attempt in learning. So if you're allowed and you have that mindset, right? It's like, all right, I failed at this. Maybe this wasn't the right time. I tried exercising before on January 1st and it wasn't the right time. I went a month and it was shit. Well, now you know what you did wrong this next time whenever you start. And if you could utilize that mindset, right, make that little bit of a shift, you can realize, oh, Punisher did for you. Not that you got hurt, but you took control. But the thing is I needed to get smacked 15 different ways to tell me that I needed to change, right? And the thing is that's why, because I was pushing it off. I was procrastinating. I got ADD. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I want to do this. But you realize the main thing is that you're pushing it off because you don't actually, sometimes we just don't know what's that first step to take, right? Like a lot, and that's really where I was like, I used my back pain going to the chiropractic, the shitty experiences with them. Like they weren't doing anything to me. They were just stabbing me with lidocaine, stabbing me with cortisone. See you later, Nick. And I'm like, okay, this is it. And then I'm like, I still feel like shit. But that's what allowed me to discover yoga and Pilates, right? And now this is what I do, right? I teach every Sunday. If you guys come in, I teach yoga and Pilates here every Sunday. For over a decade, I was teaching in classrooms, I was teaching in classes. It wasn't until over this last year that I said, you know what? I want to start bringing this to the internet. I want to start bringing my word to Instagram. I want to bring my word and try to spread it out a little bit more, right? I never liked doing live streams. Now I love doing these. I love talking to all you guys, right? But these are things that you have to push yourself into, which is very challenging almost in a way, right? Like I take this for granted, right? Being able to jump on here, press live, have a couple of notes and just start rolling off and start shooting the shit with you guys, right? Because A, I know that's a skill. B, a lot of people don't have public speaking, or maybe they have a fear of public speaking. Maybe they stutter. Maybe they just stutter over their words. And so I really appreciate the skills and I'm grateful for this stuff, right? But these are the things that we have to think of whenever we start January 1st. It's like, all right, I know this was very challenging for me in the first time I did it, but over practice, over time, going to the gym became a lot easier. Now I just put my headphones in, I just go, right? I got so many clients. We got about 30 clients right now. I would say about 15 of them never went to the gym once in their life other than this year. We didn't start there. We started doing the workouts. We started doing the home workouts. And I said, you don't even need to go to the gym. But they said that was one of my goals, right? And so we got them to the gym. Now I can't get them out of it. Nick, give me another elliptical session. Nick, give me another this. Give me another. I'm like, holy shit, what the hell did we make? What are we spawning over here? But it's just crazy that whenever you go and you take the action for yourself, you take that first step, you never know what's going to happen. Like you really don't, because whenever you take that action step, you're venturing off into the unknown, and in the unknown is where all the growth is made. And so you don't know how strong you're going to be. You don't know what type of person you're going to be. You don't even know who's going to happen when they out. It's like almost like a conveyor belt, right? You ever see, like, I used to watch that one show, How It Was Made. They would throw like a little thing through the conveyor belt, and the next thing you know, it's just going through all these different systems, getting spit out. Next thing you know, you got a damn candy bar. Like that's what we got to think of this, right? Is like you go into this like I don't know what's going to happen, but then you just get washed, you fail, you go up, you go down, and then next thing you know you come out as this like whole new person. You're like, "Wait, what the hell?" It's like a rock, right? You ever tumble a rock making gems? You throw them through that little tumbler, and then next thing you know, over like a couple hours, it's like you got like this like shiny gem. It's like, holy shit, that's us, right? Like that is literally us. That is us learning. That is literally us in a nutshell. And that is honestly why I made my Core 5 blueprint that exact to conquer that exact same thing, right? Is that I know a lot of people when we start exercising. Oh my God, I got to do everything. No, you don't. You got to have a systematic approach where for 1 week you do this, for another week you do that. For next week, we're going to work on habits. Maybe we drink water. Maybe we add steps. Maybe we just get you up and moving 10, 15 minutes a day. Maybe we start you with yoga, but Pilates, right? You got to have a plan so that you can navigate through that whole system so that you can actually start to see yourself on the other side. Because if you don't have a vision, what's it even matter, right? If you can't actually see yourself as that person, as that exerciser, somebody who is down 25 pounds, somebody who's being able to walk around grabbing groceries, not sitting down whenever you know everybody else is ahead of you, being able to say, you know what, let's schedule the time with the kids going to the park. Let me go get the grandkids and actually carry them and bring them over to X, Y, and Z, right? Like use these as your why rather than your why not. And you start to find that the things that you do on a daily basis are all adding up to the place that you want to be. And that is healthy, right? And just able. Who the hell's texting me? But I think like that's where we want to get to in life, because I think a lot of times we look at success, right? Success. What the hell is even what is success in a health and fitness journey? Is it losing 15 pounds, 20 pounds? What happens after that? And then you just want to maintain, you want to lose another 15 to 20? No. It's feeling happy, feeling confident, being able to do the things that is required of you and do it whenever you want to. Being able to say, you know what, I'm going to go to a yoga class with maybe somebody who's 10 to 15 years younger than you, and being able to do it better than them. Going to the grocery store and being able to grab all of your groceries and walk out because you're fucking strong as hell and you got some core strength and you got some arm strength, right? Being able to grab all of your groceries. One of my clients who just signed up with me said, Nick, the whole reason I signed up with you is because I watch your live streams, which if you're in here, holler at me, holler at me, James. But he said, I really want to be somebody who can carry the groceries up 4 flights of steps and just not be out of breath and don't feel like I just got ran over by a damn car. I was like, damn, I never thought of that, right? Like I never actually thought of that. Your why and your success isn't about how much muscle, what's the number on a scale. It's about bringing the groceries up a couple flights of steps, being able to do that without being in pain, without having a heart attack, and knowing that you don't need help doing that, right? Like these are the reasons why we do this. And so that's why you don't need to actually start on January 1st on this magical day that everybody waits for. You can start now. You could start today. You could start doing the little things today. 20 minutes after you're done eating, it's going to help metabolize your food. It's going to help give you back, some more metabolism, give you digest a little bit better. Doing yoga in the morning, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, go to a video, find my videos, do anything off of my page. You realize that we are actually in control. We just choose not to. That's why we do these Monday mindset streams, right? Is to get you fired up and get you thinking about some of these things that you realize, holy shit, I guess I was slacking. Holy shit, I guess I could have been doing that. You know what, Nick? I guess it really is all on me. Because when it comes down to it, it's all on us. It is all on us, right? Like, if we don't go ahead and take the action for us, what the hell does it even matter? What are we doing, right? Oh, Jenny, what'd you say? 100%. Recently, I played 6 games of pickleball. I've yet to play pickleball, Jenny. You got to teach me how to play. Ran on the beach with my kid and went on a long bike ride. I would have never been able to do that 3 years ago. See, now look at that. That's amazing. And then be able to wake up the next day and, if you wanted to, do it all over again, right? Whereas like that right there might have taken you back 2 or 3 days where you had to recover. You had to go into the Epsom salts. You had to do the cold bath. You're on Advil. You're lathering yourself up with BioFreeze because it's like, holy shit, I'm sore, right? But no, you've been taking care of yourself. You've been showing up. You've been doing the things. And then next thing you know, whenever you have access and you need access to that, it's there, like just like that. And that's something that really I want to kind of talk about exercise. Is that what is exercise? Why do we want to start January 1st? Why do we want to do all these things? Why do we want to change our lives? New year, new me, blah, 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 blah. It's to be able to BioFreeze. I got this shit right next to me because I know how it is. I live off of it. I don't live off of it, but there's times where, and I was using it as a prop for a video. Like, why are you using BioFreeze when you getting all pissed off? But that's one of the things too, is like when we think about this, we want to do exercise. We go to the gym, we do all this stuff because the spray is the way to go. It's because we want to have access to it. We want to have that available to us whenever we need it, right? So like Jenny, like you said, you're going on the beach, right? We want to be able to have, and running on the beach, core stability, strength, cardio, playing pickleball, quick directional movements. You've been showing up to the yoga classes and the Pilates classes, so whenever you're going ahead and smacking, you actually have better hip control, better core power, and you go, holy shit, I didn't have this beforehand. You got your slice. I don't know about pickleball. I used to be a tennis player, but like, it's like you have access to that stuff. That's why we do it. That's why we do it. And I feel like that's very important. I feel like that's something that most people overlook and underlook whenever we are focusing on exercise. I totally forgot about YouTube. I'm sorry. At least you heard me. I just haven't been staring at you. I've been staring over here. I got to get a different setup. I got to get like both of these cameras right here. So we're going at it. But I can get fired up. right? And the whole thing is, if we're serious about making a damn change, why are we waiting and pushing it off to a day that isn't even really promised to us? What you don't change, what did I say? What you don't change, you're choosing. So don't wait for January to start making changes. Start now. Give yourself some momentum. Get a head start, right? Think of it as like a pre-release. It's a pre-release for the new version of you. As long as you start today. What could today be? Going again, buying some of these resistance bands, right? $5, $6 off of my Amazon store. Maybe it's showing up and going to the gym. Maybe it's showing up and doing different things. Maybe it's reaching out to the coach. Maybe it's reaching out to me. Maybe it's going to the gym, reaching out to the coach that's over there. Maybe you're signing up for fitness classes. Maybe you're just starting something. Maybe you're doing one of the videos on my page. But the thing is we all have to start somewhere. And if you don't start somewhere, you don't start anywhere and you stay stuck in the same position. And I don't want to hear you talk about whenever you message me, Nick, I need to lose 15 pounds. Okay, cool. Well, it's going to be about roughly 4 to 5 months if we do this. Oh, I don't have that. Well, what the hell? What do you mean you don't have that? What do you want? Oh, you wanted to lose 20 pounds and overnight. Okay, cool. Well, why didn't you already do that? Right? So we have to realize that stop pushing off your goals. If you want to make lasting change, you got to take action. And if you're going to take action, what you don't change, you're choosing to stay into, right? If you don't change your actions, you don't change your habits, you don't change the environment that you're surrounding yourself in, you're choosing to stay in there. You have the choice. I always say that it's either one day or day one. I could have stayed in the crack house. I could have stayed in all of those in the drug infilled Verona cesspool. I could have stayed in there, but I choose not to. And look what happened. As I got out of there, I'm still alive. Half of my friends are dead, right? The pounds didn't pack on overnight. Exactly, Punisher, right? Like people always wait for this holiday season. I'll wait for after the holidays. Why? You've been doing that for the last 20 years and nothing's changed. So start before the holidays. Maybe you actually might change something, right? And this is really like one of those important things that I think a lot of us don't ever consider is that you got, oh, I like it. Right, Jenny? Keeping the motivation because keeping going can be hard. But the thing is the reason keep going's hard is because we always stop and start. We stop. Oh, we're good. We hit our goals. Then we start. Oh, we have to realize that it's the momentum, right? Part of it, choosing to keep going is the most important aspect. Even when even when it's not the best, right? Even when your conditions aren't going to be the greatest. I was going to do this. I was like telling myself, well, the power ran off and I was like, shit, I'm all right, well, I'm just going to do it, right? I'm just going to go live and it's going to be dark. But I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't do it because it is dark. And I said, you know what? I have candles I can light. We're about to get intimate. We're if the light didn't come on, I was about to have this surrounded by candles. So we had some candlelight, right? Because you choose to keep going. I wasn't going to say, all right, hey, can't do this. I wasn't going to give up. No, I was going to figure out a way. And I feel like that is how I'm going to leave it today is don't give up on yourself. Figure out and find a way. Like you wouldn't cancel your hair appointment whenever you're about to go to a special event. So stop canceling on your damn self. If you could do that, guess what? You're going to see results. So what you don't change, you're choosing. And if you wait for January, guess what? You're failing, right? You're failing. So with Radiant, you're doing yesterday's exercises. Look at you. I actually got to post that in the group, today's exercises. So let's get after it. And if you got any value, drop me a fire, drop me a like, drop me whatever it is. I'm going to save this one because I feel like this was impactful. I got myself I always find they're always impactful, but hopefully this inspires somebody to take action and just stop making excuses for yourself, right? I lived in it for so fucking long. Do not follow. Actually, I had somebody say, Nick, how dare you swear in your live streams? I was like, this is I'm from Pittsburgh, like swearing is like, drinking water over here. But she was like, but the thing is what you got to do is you take action. You take action today, and guess what? You'll go ahead and see the results that you need to. But you got to start somewhere. So It's either day one or one day. You get to decide. And I'm going to save this. So if it inspires anybody, just if you're serious about, getting fit, getting stronger, getting lean, let's do this together. Holler at me. If you need some extra assistance, DM me, new me, and I'll reach out to see how I can help. And we'll get you into the Core 5 blueprint. We'll get you into the program kicking ass. So with that being said, holler at me. Hope every is. I'm in Jim Thorpe. Where the hell was that? I'm in Jim Thorpe. Where's Jim Thorpe, Punisher? I don't even know where the hell that's at. Why do I feel like I know where that's at? But I just don't know, have no idea. But anyways, thanks YouTube for tuning in. Thanks Instagram. We could talk about this all day long. And Wednesday, I'm going to be traveling. Actually, no, what? I should be back. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be in Arizona, so we might have some different scenery. I'll be doing our Wednesday live streams in AZ, so it'll be a little bit warmer. I have to get the hell out of Pittsburgh. I'm getting vitamin D deficient, so I need some sun. I got to go see grandma. And guess what? I'll see everybody Wednesday on our live stream. I actually got a video dropping today, so maybe you'll see me on the video. So thanks, everyone. Oh, it's in PA. Jim Thorpe. Carbon. It's in PA. Jim Thorpe? Really? Is that north? Is that south? We can talk about that later. But thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And I will see you on the next video. Peace. All right, YouTube. That was our Monday Mindset live stream. We had a bunch of engagement over there. Holy smokes. All right. Now, if you got any value out of this, holler at me. Let me know what you thought. What are some of your remarks? What did you get out of this? Any nuggets? It's always weird because when I started realizing when I go and do the live stream from the studio restream that I do, that like an app that I use for YouTube and Facebook, it doesn't actually push it to the algorithm, which is weird because I think it's because it's two different platforms. And so if you start seeing me go live on the vertical, it's because they actually push me out into more people. Now, again, I don't care who the hell's listening to this as long as it's the people that are subscribed to me. I don't give a shit about any of those other people. Only I care about is the people that follow me and support me. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. If you get any value out of this, if it allows you to take action and kick ass, by all means, go ahead and do that because what you don't change, you're choosing. If you're stuck and you're sitting in your situation, you're sitting on the couch every day watching TV, smoking cigarettes, not doing anything, you're choosing to stay that way. Now, if you go ahead and try to take some action somewhere, guess what? You're choosing to get the hell out because, again, what you don't change, you're choosing to do. So make that change and don't